have you been doing music?
Seriously, since about 2015. But
Okay.
I've been like singing since I was about 8.
Okay. Church choir?
Church.
I had that vibe.
Grew up in the church.
I had that vibe. When you said that age, I'm like, Mama had you in church.
On me, she had me in church.
Nothing wrong with that.
On me, yeah.
Yes.
That's my foundation.
Always. So, what do you do with your music out here? When you moved out here to Houston, like, were you doing shows and?
Oh yeah. Well, the thing was, when I graduated college in 2014, I went to Prairie View A&M University. So shout out to the Panthers.
Okay, PV.
Exactly. So once I graduated there, I released my first mixtape in 2015. So shortly after that, I got a chance to open up for Big Sean at North Carolina State University for their homecoming.
Nice.
So since then, you know, when I could, I would always try, you know, book a show here or there just to get my name out there.
That's nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because I want everybody to get their time to shine. So if you notice, I asked Roland a little bit of something. We're gonna get with Sean and then Nate, and then I'm gonna just start throwing out stuff to all of y'all that I want y'all to just start answering. Okay, so Mr. Sean, are you from Houston?
Not originally, but I've been here for a while though.
So where you from?
Originally, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, we got Tennessee in the house. Cool. Now, Memphis got a nice little music scene though.
Yeah, they going hard.
Yeah, they are.
For a minute now, actually.
So how do you balance the scene between, you know, being from Memphis and living out here now in Houston? Like, how do you balance that?
Man, really with social media these days, you know, you reaching everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So it's not, you know, it's easy to balance it on social media because you got people coming from all around the world, really. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So you do R&B?
No, I'm a rapper.
Okay, you're a rapper. Yeah. All right. So how long you been in the game?
I've been rapping since about late 2015, probably like early 2016.
That's good.
That was my last semester in college where I started to just go real hard at it.
You have any like projects like mixtapes out that you've done, singles?
Yeah, I got 2 projects out. I got one that I released in 2016, I believe, The Rough Draft, and then I got one that I released in 2017 titled We'll Rap for a Way Out of Here.
Oh damn. Okay, so give me what's one of your favorite songs off the first one?
Off the first one, probably was probably the remix that I did to Nike's on My Feet, Mac Miller joint.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big sneakerhead, so that was,
dope.
you know, that's what I'm really just like known for, like since like
damn.
Middle school.
Like Missy Elliott type of sneakerhead? Cause have you seen Missy Elliott's closet?
No, I haven't seen Missy
Elliott.
Oh my
gosh, bro.
Like DJ Clark Kent type sneaker.
Oh shit.
Like,
okay.
Crazy.
Okay. I'm familiar with that.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So, how would you say the Houston music scene has been to you? So, cause you've been out here long enough to, you know, move with some shakers and see how we do our things out here in H. So, how's that been? The music scene been to you?
It's been pretty good. You know, it's been all right. I really get most of my love on social media. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from so many different places, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it'll be random people from Paris, like, hitting you up.
Oh, yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I really notice, like, artists don't, you know, most of the time they have to pop outside of their city before they even just really, you know, get big in their own city.
Absolutely.
Because, like, speaking of, I went to school down the street from Travis Scott, you know what I'm saying? And there was people during that time saying he was whack, he only can make beats and he can't really rap, but it's just like, see how he popped outside, and now everybody on him in Houston.
That's crazy, because it's like when Travis, no, I should be ashamed of myself. I should be saying this out loud, but I'm just going to keep it real. When he first came out, I was like, oh, this guy, Travis Scott, he blew up. And it was like, he comes from your hometown. And I was like, no, he doesn't. And it was like, he comes from, I was so mad. I was like, I've never seen this dude, bro. I grind in the streets. I never ran into this dude. I don't know how, I want the sauce, like how the hell he got out here. Because you're right. I don't know why you pop outside of your city, but I think it's because people see each other as competition instead of like, I want to work with Sean. He's good. He's dope. We can make some shit happen. It's pathetic, exactly, but whatever. So I'm gonna come back to you, Roland. I haven't forgot about you, Nate. How is it going?
It's going great.
My brother.
Happy to be here.
Yes, I'm glad to have y'all here. So you a rapper?
I'm a singer-songwriter.
I gotta get better with my. I'm usually on my shit. It's just something in the air. You gave me rap, kind of like reggae vibes, man. But you're a singer.
I'm a singer.
Okay, so
all the way.
nothing's wrong with the singer. Are you R&B, neo soul?
I do. I'll do a little taste of everything. I try to be as versatile as possible.
That's dope. So I'm gonna ask you: are you originally from Houston, Texas?
H-Town down, baby, 10 toes. You heard me.
Oh, okay. What side of town?
I grew up. I moved around a lot. Originally, Southwest.
Southwest. Okay, that's a cool area of town.
Yeah.
Close to A-Leaf?
Close to A-Leaf.
I should have known that because they have a lot of talent that came out of A-Leaf. It's crazy. So how did you get into music?
Music
And
has
writing.
been ingrained in me. I am a preacher's kid. I grew up in church all my life.
Oh.
So I didn't have a choice. My mom was like, "You're going to sing in this choir with the kids and you're gonna do well." So that's all I knew was music. So growing up, I was always in church singing.
Okay. Shout out to the church thing.
Shout out to the church.
Because I already know, look,
That's what
you
I'm
said
trying to
pastors, my mom was a pastor, so, but I didn't tell a soul.
Come through.
Did you used to
PK.
tell people?
I didn't have no
Your
choice.
friends?
They knew.
Oh.
They knew. I'm very, I could be very preachy because it's in me. And
Okay.
things that I say sometimes, they're like, "You sound like a preacher." It's like I can't help it. I come from that.
You know what? Bless you. Because I was bad and I cussed a lot sometimes. And so people would have never thought.
Right.
So I didn't tell because I felt maybe shamed that they would just be like, she bad.
They say
Why
we the
is
worst one. That's what they say.
you know, we do test our parents.
Right.
You know? But
Extra mile.
so your writing.
Mhm.
Most people don't know that most of the artists that are really good artists, they came from writing.
Absolutely.
And that's like a big passion of mine. So I want to know what inspired you to write, because that's different than saying I want to sing. Being a writer, that's a cold gift, like that God gave you. That's how I feel. How did you?
English was
get
a
to
big
that?
part of school for me. It was my favorite subject. So when I really realized that I had a gift in writing, period, it kind of sparked something in me. I grew up with my cousin, who actually played in the Gap Band. His name is Oliver Scott. Big musical influence for me. He actually co-wrote the song "Yearning for Your Love" that we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You better know that song.
Right, exactly. So he was definitely a big musical influence in my life that I got to see in the forefront writing music firsthand. So that kind of really took a huge toll on me as far as inspiration is concerned, to want to write myself, and I can do this. My cousin does. So,
Wow.
you know.
But actually being good at it. That's
Right,
why I say,
exactly.
even though you had that in your family and your cousin was good at it, for you to be able to write music, I still say that's like a gift that God gives to certain people. Like, I don't know
Absolutely.
why he chooses us,
Absolutely.
but that ain't something that's
For sure.
just my opinion.
Absolutely.
I don't feel like it can be taught.
Nah.
You either got that gift
you
of
don't,
writing or
yeah,
you
you
just don't. It's crazy. Because sometimes, I don't know, with y'all being artists, have you ever like heard a beat, and this is scary, have you ever heard a beat and then something in your head just start with the lyrics, and you don't have to, it's almost like something in your head is giving it to you,
Right.
and it's
Yeah.
weird.
It's
My
like
brother-
the beat talking to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my
that's
God.
that's something that I often talk about as well. How the beat, you have to let it kind of tell you what the words are. Kind of comes
People
to
don't
you.
see. They like, no, you write I'm telling y'all, if you listen, it is something in your head that tells you, and it's like you critique it. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but I don't know. That's like a
It's like when listening to beats, it's like an instant connection. You know, whenever you can just spit out lyrics like that. I know for me, for the longest, I felt like my writing was trash. I felt it was like so trash. But I think it took me to go through some things in my personal life.
yeah.
So when I channeled that energy and channeled that emotion, that's when I knew that I could write, and that's when I started trying to perfect my writing.
Yeah.
Through the years, through the projects I released, I just try to write and come from a personal place that people can relate from.
That's real.
For sure.
I mean, and sometimes it be that trigger point, unfortunately, that things that we go through in our life just cause you to be the coldest writer, like, on the block.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sean, it looked like you had something that you wanted to say. You can get it off your chest on my show. You got some secrets to tell. I'm kind of like, I'm a psychologist too,
Yeah, we can come on here and vent.
Yeah, get it for free. They charge you somewhere else. It's free on Miss Blue show. No, you know. So, you know, let's talk about obstacles. Let's keep it real. Like, and y'all don't have to go into, like, I don't have to be all up in y'all business like that, but I share my stories too.
Mm-hmm.
What have been some of the challenges of being in the entertainment? Because y'all are in the entertainment field, whether it's underground or mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
This is entertainment. What are some of the challenges as men that y'all have each gone through? We can start with Sean.
Okay, some like just like musically wise.
Yeah, just musically wise, contracts, anything.
Man, I would just say just trying to keep everything going consistently and at a high level. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's the main thing that a lot of people don't realize, that you like, especially for the lane that I've been tackling, which is like, you know, not super mainstream, but it's just like kind of trying to stay in my own lane and feed like a core following. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like keeping everything in a nice budget. You trying to have it top of the line and trying to have it consistent, I would say. You know what I'm saying?
You absolutely correct. I definitely have to. I was looking like that's kind of like what's in my head right now, because like you want to give yourself like a who was that, Boomtown? He was a real big director back in the day, but he still be doing his thing. I think it's Boomtown, and you had that vision in mind, but it's like my budget ain't saying Boomtown, it's saying something else. It's hard being like a creator, like. But so I really like what you said. Roland, what would you say is some of the challenges, and you've been a man in the entertainment? Because we talk about women. I have female rappers all the time on my show, but never get to talk to the brothers. Like, what do y'all go through?
I think for me, it's more so, you know, just trying to find your own identity and trying to stand out. I know for a long time, I would get caught up in, like, you know, looking at other people and trying to measure my stuff, you know, compared to them. And it's kind of like, you know, you have to kind of sit back and know that you got to give, know that you got a talent, and you got to step into who you are. And you can't be so quick or always want to do what other people want you to do, or see something about, oh, I should be doing that. No, just do you. But I feel like that takes time with personal growth to actually accept and do you and be comfortable with what you have to bring to the table. Because everybody got their own lane, everybody got their own sound. I shouldn't be trying to sound like the next person or the next artist. I feel like you just have to have the time and the courage to have your sound and be confident in that.
That's true.
For sure.
Nah, that's real.
For sure, for sure.
Nate?
I think that the music industry is so saturated with so many different artists, first of all, in general. And outside of that, when you think about being a male in this field and trying to do your thing, you know, it's conquered by so many powerful females doing their thing, and the sex appeal is there for them to be able to sell easier. There's so many different things that women can do that men cannot get away with as easy in music, and it kind of puts us into the corner as being the underdog in music a lot of times. So I think that's one of the challenges, being overlooked. Even standing next to other male artists, especially in singing, everybody wants to sing now. Everybody wants to do music. Everybody wants to put something out and be known, and, you know, try to gain popularity to become the greatest that they can be. So standing next to that and trying to say, hey, here I am, and this is what I offer, it can be kind of difficult sometimes, and you do get overlooked. You know, so that's one of the obstacles I feel like I've ran into a lot. Is, you know, for a long time I've been not the front guy, but I've been the guy behind doing the hooks for the rappers, and, you know, doing backgrounds for other people, and, you know, doing that sort of thing, and not necessarily being in the forefront, singing leads. So for me, that's been a huge obstacle that I've noticed in the industry.
Wow. Like I said, it's good to hear that, because, like I said, I always get the female rappers, and I will say, this, and I'm just keeping it real. Like, when it comes to, like, touching up on what you said with the females, how can I cautiously say this? It's like, I don't want to. I just want to keep it real, y'all. So sorry, you know, whatever. The women, they have made it beyond easy, but at the end of the day, it's like they are all starting to look alike. I don't care how the body is. It's like, and nobody, what happened to the clothes? So it's a lot easier to sell when you're nude and you're naked. Yeah, for sure. And I'm a woman, and I'll say that. I will say that, like, I can see what you're saying, like, from a man that you couldn't come on a set naked. I mean, well, D'Angelo did it.
Right?
He's the only person I think did that.
Yeah, paved the way for that.
But it really just wasn't shown like, if it would have been Cardi B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
for
understand
sure.
where you're coming from, but I also commend you guys for staying true to yourself.
Absolutely.
Because I think that's so important. You know, and like you said, something that kind of irked my soul too is like, this was a few months ago. Touching on what you said, someone, we were doing like an event, and there was a guy who never rapped. He never rapped in his life. Okay, he has nice cars and supposedly nice clothes and a bunch of jewelry, and he's popular in the streets.
Yeah.
And you know, I try to behave. So after the cameras, I was like, but why should he? I'm just wanting to know, like, have you ever put out a song? Did you grow up, did you know, grow up on Scarface? Give me something. It was just like, nah, he just got the rep. Like, people would just flock to him because he has this already.
Yeah.
That's why the game is sounding like it is. That's why I just listen to my aux music, YouTube, because of this shit.
Exactly.
That's true.
Yeah, people thinking just because, you know,
That gave me a headache, y'all.
just because you live that lifestyle don't mean you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, you live the lifestyle of a rapper don't mean you have to be a rapper, because I didn't heard people say that so many times.
So you heard it too. It's just
from
ridiculous.
from
Like,
different people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
that, and then he's out making the EP, and I'm just like, but you have no, you won't teach anyone anything. You won't be able to, well, I'm not gonna say you won't be able to relate to anyone because you got the flashy stuff, but to be able to relate to people on a music level, and I will listen to someone who don't have the flashy chains, who don't have a big house, who don't have the Mercedes. I will listen to him, and his video could just be them walking downtown, nothing going on, not flashy, but he's speaking that real shit. And I'm relating to this person because I've been through that.
Yeah.
Other than that flashy shit that he probably ain't even been through that.
Right.
So it's just like, it's whatever.
I think what it is, you know, certain artists you can only ride a wave for so long. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So if somebody got to tell you, you know, I think you should be a rapper, I think you should do this, or I think you should do that, and you constantly following, you know, what you think is what it should be, it's going to be a time where what you following and what you actually do is going to come to the forefront. So that's why I say it's very important that you just know who you are as an artist and just know the type of lane or the type of direction that you want to go in, because if not, you'll end up anywhere.
I mean, that's true, and that's good. You been a young man speaking up and saying that even you at one time was kind of like not knowing how you wanted to come out as music, but you could have took the Chris Brown route. I just thought of Chris Brown, no shade. I mean, you could have took that route, true, and you stay true to yourself. So I want people, because I'm always fishing for something that somebody else can take when they watch a Miss Blue interview. So I want other young men to say, damn, he spoke to me. I'm trying to be like this dude. They got this dude. They don't got me though. They don't got Roland. You know what I'm saying? That to me, those are the underdogs. Those are the artists that I really like the most, because you're not out there.
Exactly.
I don't want to see another. I love Nicki Minaj.
I don't want to see another.
I don't. I don't.
It's Nicki.
I just,
let Nicki do her and you do your own thing.
Absolutely, because I know Nicki, but I don't know what you're going to do.
Exactly.
You surprise me and you might get a fan.
Yeah, people trying to catch a wave and trying to take the easy way to the top, you know what I'm saying?
Is there an easy way to the top?
No,
you think it's an easy way?
No, but people try to take them shortcuts like that though. Like, oh, Nicki got a fat ass, and she got
and
this,
that route,
and,
yeah. So
you know
now I'm going to go.
I'm gonna do that, and I can have the sex appeal, and I can twerk in my shit too.
And I think what people be forgetting that Nicki can actually rap, and Nicki is a songwriter.
Say it again.
You know what I'm saying?
I tell these people that come in here.
So when that comparison comes up, you know, yeah, you can go get the fat ass, you can go get the body done, but when it comes to getting that studio and making an album and making a record and starting from scratch, what can you do? And a lot of people can't do that. And I feel like that's what separates a lot of people from the real artists, is that when it's time to show how organic you are and just be vulnerable in that state, can you do that? Or do you have to tell somebody, or does somebody have to tell you how to be vulnerable, how to be emotional?
Ooh,
you know?
That would not be good.
Exactly.
I mean, if this is something that you
if
love
I have to
do,
tell you how to do it, then it's not real.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not going to hit the way you need it to hit.
I think that's what comes from having so many cookie cutter, what I like to call cookie cutter artists. You know, and then you have to look at the industry. We're in an industry that propels that, because they're constantly trying to reproduce the greatest thing that they've seen before them to come out with, oh, well, this could be the next best thing if you are like such and such, or this could be, versus allowing those people to, you know, how often do you get a Prince? How often do you get a, you know, somebody that comes along that is different, that, you know, defies the norms and says, hey, I'm gonna be myself, this is what I'm bringing to the table. You may not like it, you may not even understand it, but it's what makes you unique to that particular artistry that you're bringing to the table, that sets you apart. You know, I think in being an artist, you know, you have to look forward to, you know, so many obstacles like we were talking about, but definitely it's so important that you are able to, you know, fight for yourself enough to be yourself. You want to give people the real you, you know what I'm saying? Not who they want you to be.
Exactly.
Facts.
You know, say, so.
Facts.
Sean, you have anything to say about that?
Nah, man, they said it all.
Yeah. Nah, that's real. I couldn't, well, you know, because we into it, I couldn't imagine going to the studio and somebody saying like, hey, so you gonna rap like this and do your shoulders like this?
Exactly.
Now, don't get me wrong.
It's not gonna connect.
It's nothing wrong with taking a creative direction from somebody.
Oh, yeah, that's
you
different.
know, and adding your spin on it. But
Right.
at the same time, it's kind of like you are a creator, so you have to just show who you are as a creative. And you know, if you want to take that direction, cool. But I just feel like at some point it should just be, if that's the case, it should be a collaborative effort.
Oh,
Instead
yeah,
of,
absolutely.
You should do that, because if I'm doing all what you want me to do, it ain't me, it's you.
Exactly. And let's not get it mixed up and not also understand that we all have artists that we admire.
Exactly.
We all have.
Exactly.
I think that I always
all
tell
take
people,
from somebody.
exactly, and I always tell people that I think that we are a direct compilation of the people that we listen to that have made us who we are. You know, mixed with what we naturally bring to the table, and I listen to Stevie Wonder, or I listen to Prince, or I listen to Michael Jackson. All of those things kind of create your sound, you know, for who you are to be a unique artist and set apart. So that's different from you just copying exactly what you see before you.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna have to say, preach on that.
Right.
Okay? Nah, he said some real shit. I'm
That's
telling you,
true.
because
Facts, though.
I like the way you worded that, because you're right. It's so many, to say that we're not influenced by the greats, it would be crazy, because they were only influenced by another great. You know?
Exactly.
Generation.
Yeah, so I love that. But like you said, it's once it goes back to having that gift, it's crazy to me how you can listen to all of these people and still have your own unique voice.
Exactly.
And I just think that just makes me smile, because it's like, that's a God-given gift.
It is.
That's
Nobody
the
can do
artist.
you like you are able to do.
Hello.
They're often imitated, never duplicated. Like there's nobody that
they can't do, you know.
you're unique to you. You know, God created you to have what you have, so
That's
there's
right.
nobody that can bring to the table what you bring to the table. And
Absolutely.
Facts.
That's true.
So what do y'all think about the streaming? I don't know if y'all, like, let me ask you this. What do you put your music on? What platform do you primarily use for your music?
I use Apple Music and Spotify.
Okay, so what about you?
Same, but it's everywhere.
Yeah,
though.
it's
I mean,
everywhere.
Okay.
You know, the main streaming is Apple Music and
Apple Music and
Spotify.
Spotify.
Tidal.
I plan on I haven't used it yet.
Okay.
I'm fresh.
No, nothing's wrong with that, because
Yeah.
I'm a SoundCloud baby.
Yeah.
They used to try to talk down on us, but SoundCloud rappers got bars. I don't know what y'all talking about.
SoundCloud popping,
I
yeah.
have over like maybe 40 songs. I started taking a few down
Oh, man,
and
yeah.
remixing some stuff, but
SoundCloud started a lot of people.
yeah, I was in that little era of
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
Me,
Yeah.
me
You
too.
find a lot of gems on SoundCloud.
I-
I actually just found like a
Yes.
playlist of like a bunch of old Drake shit. on
If I'm not
SoundCloud.
mistaken,
I was
Oh,
just jamming the mess out of
shit.
it. Yeah.
Damn.
Chance the Rapper, he was on SoundCloud like
Yes.
before he popped off, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And
cool.
that's why I was like, why are y'all laughing at the SoundCloud rappers? Because these are the people that got the
I
bars.
still
But
use SoundCloud.
I say that because SoundCloud is still doing its thing,
Oh,
but
man.
then like Spotify is a new wave.
New
And
wave.
so I want to ask
Yeah.
you guys, even if you haven't uploaded anything, you'll know the concept when I say it. So Spotify does not really pay artists a lot for the music and the streams. So recently they started this thing where they're going to pay less, but they're going to promote you on their Spotify platform. And anyone knows it's very hard to get on an actual Spotify even playlist.
It is.
You gotta know who to talk to.
You got to know who to talk to. It's just crazy. So how do you How do you feel about that move, and how do y'all feel about the whole streaming era? Because that's what we're in now.
Well, I mean, as a,
Nah, you got it.
I mean, as an independent artist, coming into the game, of course, you want to get paid because you just starting out, so you're gonna want your money. But at the same time, if Spotify can get you on a playlist, even though they're gonna pay you less, at the beginning stage, you need exposure. So if you got that exposure,
I agree with that.
and your music is on point, is A1, yeah, you gotta give a little before you can just ask for the whole cake. You feel me? So it's kind of like, if I can get on the playlist, okay, bet. Then if people starting to be attracted to me and the numbers going up, that's when I got leverage to like, okay, if this what I'm gonna do, then I need this up front.
That's
So
true.
I feel like in this game, I don't mean to cut you off,
Nah,
but I feel like in this game you have to do what you gotta do so you can do what you can do.
Right.
Still hold your integrity, and stay grounded, but at the same time you gotta give a little before you can just take everything.
And I feel like let me start by saying this. I'm never a fan of making less money, but you know what I'm saying. But like, just for the simple fact that I get a couple $100 every month from my streaming and stuff, but I'm not making tremendous amount of money from that shit. So I kind of like the idea of them trying to help you get on playlists, because I've actually been one of the people that looked up and got, when you asked me my favorite track off my first project, my Nikes on My Feet made a Spotify playlist, and I think it's approaching 2 million plays right now. So, and I've actually had people reach out to me on social media and be like, "Oh, you're Sean from Nikes on My Feet."
That's good.
They're like, I found you on a playlist, man. I never knew what your social media was or something like that. So the playlist is, that's really where it's at. You know
I mean, that's what I said. Yeah, I know.
That's really where
Right.
it's at. If you're trying to run up your plays and actually get some real bread from your streaming, you got to get on the playlist. So I kind of like it just for the simple fact that I'm not making hella bread from my streams right now.
That's what I said. I mean, I can't be choosy. Some people was like fighting and arguing. I was like, man, I like it. Like, please, who do I need to talk to immediately put me on the playlist?
Put my stuff on there.
Right, like now.
Exactly. I think it boils down to access versus money in my pocket. Access has the extension power to really put more money in your pocket in the long run versus the immediate now, where you're saying, okay, well, pay me more money and keep that the same, versus me being able to have my music reach more people in the long run that will invest in what they hear. So I think the smarter, more intuitive thing would be for me, in my mind, to have what they're doing now, to put me on the big stage, in the forefront, so that I can be seen. That way, more people can gravitate to what I'm bringing to the table.
Well, you're coming at it at a good time. I saw this and I was just like,
I haven't seen
whoa,
this shit.
yeah, I read it because I just be all over the place, and I stay on Spotify because I get my little money through TuneCore because that's who distributes my stuff. So when I see some money in there, I'll be like, I'm so extra. I'll be like, oh, thank you, whoever it is.
I be the same way.
I be letting my little money pile up though. I don't take it all at once, but one time I needed it and I was like, whoever you are, bless your soul.
It's like, if you get on a playlist, that's a chance for you to grow an organic fan base. And we live in a digital era where everybody, they buying followers and woo, but it's just like, if you got 13, 15,000 followers on Instagram, you should at least be able to book a show for 100 people. You know what I'm saying? At least 100.
We're gonna talk about that part.
So it's kind of like, if I can get on I'd rather have 100 organic fans that's gonna come and see me than 10,000 fake followers that woo. So like I said, if you can get on a playlist and really grow that organic fan base, it's kind of like, that's all I need right there. Because to have a career that you can sustain, you're gonna need that fan base that's gonna be down hard and ride with you, and that's gonna come out and show up. You feel me? So that's my take on it.
Somebody told me years ago, it might have been this super producer, but he was like, all you need is 1,000 fans and you can eat for the rest of your life.
I'm telling you.
And I was just like,
Solid.
in my head,
Facts.
damn, wait a minute,
Solid.
1,000.
I'm
Like,
trying to tell you.
I got 1,000 on Instagram. He said, those are not fans.
Yeah, it gotta be the
Those are not
the ones
fans.
that
I was like, oh, shit.
commenting on everything, buy all
Yeah.
the merch, buy the the bundle packages that you put together. Because if you think you got 1,000 legit people that's gonna do
That's
all
just
of that,
You can eat.
and you selling
Yeah.
t-shirts for
We talking about
$35, $40,
we talking about the
1,000
ones,
people,
yeah.
like,
the ones that want that deluxe album.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. That's real. Like, so yeah, you saying some real shit. I definitely say organic, like real fans over the bought and
For
stuff
sure,
like that.
for sure.
Or you know, I mean, for some people it works.
I mean, it looked good, but it's kind of like, but can that 13,000 generate to like money
Yeah.
Right.
at the end of the
You
day?
convert them to some dollars.
Because you got to
Yeah.
think about it. This is a business at the end of the day. You know, it's fun making records, but at the end of the day, you do got to eat and you do got to, provide for your family or provide for yourself. So it's kind of like, can my followers generate into money?
Yeah.
Organically.
Right. I
That's
mean,
what
yeah,
it's all
that
about.
definitely.
For sure.
Exactly.
So COVID, it's crazy. We all live in Houston. It's been individually. I'm gonna ask you guys because people come in here and that's the first thing we've talked about because this is just unfortunately everybody's life right now.
For sure.
How has COVID hindered or helped your personal creative process?
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, when COVID, first popped off, like, about February, March, like,
Yeah, it was.
earlier this year when stuff started to close down, I didn't feel it until I got laid off around, like, May, June. But that's when I met our manager, Brent, and in our management company. And so, for me, during this time, I know everybody say this year has been really down, but for me, it has, it's actually been kind of good for me because it's allowing me to find out exactly who I am as an artist. And it's allowing me to, collaborate with real management and a team and get other creative ideas to push my best product forward. So like I say, in my perspective, I can't really complain as far as the events that have taken place during this time. Because for me, like I said, I've used it to my advantage, meditate more and just really trying to really get into me, who I am as an artist, who I am as an individual, and how I want to be presented.
That's real.
I would say for myself, man, this probably been one of the without saying, like, this probably been one of the best years of my life.
Oh, me.
So I actually, they saying going back on the lockdown, I'm like, let's do it.
Let's
But
go.
because it's like COVID helped me. It slowed me down. I'm one of them people that's always on the move. I'm always moving. I'm doing something. As soon as I get to the crib, especially before COVID, homies hit me. Oh, we doing happy hour here, or we doing so and so here, or you know what I'm saying, or we having a kickback here. But I feel like COVID really slowed it down. It's like now all you doing is going to work and go home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you get home is what I need to focus on. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm not moving around now, doing something creatively with the management team, with Brent, or the fellas or something like that, I'm either making some more money some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like COVID made everything productive for me. It was like no time for extra leisure stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Makes
So
sense.
it kept my head down and kept me going
That
hard.
makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Nate?
I have to say that isolation has created room for great creation. Moments where I would not be as focused or in tune with, myself and what I want to bring to the table. How do I want to sound? It's giving me more time to think about those things, the more detailed things of who I want to be as an artist. And I didn't get that same thing when I was before COVID, because much like Sean said, I was moving around. I was in school. Before COVID hit, I was going to the Art Institute of Houston for audio engineering.
Nice.
And every COVID did, and it just kind of slowed everything down.
Yeah.
In Houston, we like everything slow anyway.
Oh yeah, choppiness.
Yeah, so it kind of, that resonated with me. Everything slowing down and having to really focus on myself and what I want to bring to the table the most. I think, the creation part of, it forced me to be a lot more creative.
You know what? It's like I've been thinking like I wonder did God just say like, not that this situation was used for that, but just kind of like for the people like us to say, slow down.
Right, exactly.
Because before this, would you really be slowed down? I wouldn't. You think you was on the go?
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh, you was on the go.
I was on the go. My kids be like, "Can I go?" My boys is a little bigger now, so I'd be like, "Yeah, come on, let's go," because it is not gonna be a bad, place where kids
Well,
can't
have
come.
a
With.
point though. I'm a very religious person, and I do believe that whenever we speak about God and how He speaks to His people, I do believe that this pandemic was a way for Him to get us to slow down and look on just self-reflect, because good or bad, during this pandemic, you find out am I really busy like I say I am, or am I just fronting? You know what I'm saying? Because you at home, a lot of people you can't work, so. Are you really busy, or are you using your time like you should be?
Right.
So I do feel like this pandemic was on some stuff like, slow down, reflect, and get back in the right direction where you need to be.
Oh, yeah.
Some people I feel like have been derailed just off the strength of not doing what they're really supposed to be doing in their life. I think sometimes people have had dreams and visions of doing certain things that have been derailed and have caused them to, I'm gonna just be comfortable in the job that I'm at instead of starting your own business and studying forward. And when COVID hit, I think that it was a way of allowing people to realize their potential, and really walk into that and say, you know what, well, I lost my job, now I don't have no choice. I don't have nothing to lose now. Let me jump in and,
that's true.
and it's created something bigger and greater for people to really get back on track to where they should be in their life. I think that God has a way of doing that. Only God can take something so devastatingly amazing like COVID and turn it upside down and say, I'm gonna give you a business. I'm gonna give you a contract with a talent agency that's gonna take you past where you were before.
Right.
It's crazy how that works, but only God can do things like that. So it's all a perspective thing.
Amen. And I'm.
Perspective.
You said when you talk, people always like, that's refreshing though, because absolutely when people come in and they want to talk about it, and I see some of them sad, but when I talk to people like you guys and other people that's coming here, they've said the same exact thing, that they just slowed down. And then don't the music sound better that you slowed down? Sure. I found myself just like it was you that's big in English, right? That's my favorite subject too, right?
Mine too.
So I found myself critiquing my songs and this is a fragment. This is a run-on. I'm saying too much. Let's get the point out. Well, what you doing?
What's up with this case?
You're not pronunciating your verse right. I mean, I find myself doing the same thing. So it's like you're right. It's an unfortunate situation, but I just love to see the people that, I'm going to say this too. A lot of us was working hard and nobody paid us attention. Now, listen to what I'm going to say. Nobody paid you attention. All those flashy people that was outshining you, I'm not trying to be funny, but I do not see them. I see the underdogs and the hustlepreneurs that was always hustling and still going hard. And guess what? People are watching you, and
you never know who watching.
When you change the
we been going hard. What you talking about?
When you change the playing field and we're all on the same level, it's different. When you start the race over and we all starting from the same line, and we all have the same goal at the end to get to the finish line, it's a difference.
You're right.
And it shows different when you've already been doing what you've both been doing.
And that COVID, man, it was really a challenge. That really, like you said, slowed people down and made you look in the mirror and be like, is this what I really want? Because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people, like you said, was moving around, you was moving around a lot, but probably working, going back and forth to work.
Right.
Like now you working from home, you know what I'm saying? Now you got a bunch of free time. Now you don't have excuses. Now you got that extra little time to write your verses. Now you got an extra little time to market for your business, you know what I'm saying? But are you really going to do it? Is this what you really want? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people look in the mirror and just like, okay, I got a lot of fucking time. I'm finna go super hard. A lot of people look in the mirror and just be like, man, it ain't nothing to do. I'm bored. It's just like, but I thought you wanted to do this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Get on it. God slowed it down, gave you that time. Take advantage of it. What you gonna do with it? For sure.
Absolutely. It's been some inspiration up in here tonight. But that's what I like to hear, because I mean, I really think you never know who's watching, and I have had people hit me up and just like, hey, that was a good episode, or I learned something. I'm like, that's what I want the show to be about. Yeah, we have fun and we act crazy or whatever, but you know,
You want people to take away from
yeah.
Nuggets of information. That's what I always say. I'm listening to interviews for nuggets of information. I don't have to feel the whole interview. It can just be two
Right.
words
Gym
or somebody
on me.
said.
Right.
That just progress me further, like 4 steps. You know what I'm saying?
Lasting impressions.
Hey, they matter. Lasting in the first impressions.
Lasting impressions.
Yes, that matters. So, as we get ready to wrap it up, this has been such a great interview,
Thanks for
y'all.
having us.
You're welcome. Let's go with your social media handles where people can find you.
Yes, if you want to look me up, my name is Roland Champagne across the board. That's ROLAND CHAMPAINE, man. Roland Champagne Campaign.
Hey, y'all can find me everywhere. Hungawd. That's I'm mostly on Instagram and Twitter, but everywhere SHUNGAWD.
And it's your boy Nate. You can find me on Instagram. Across the board is Durag Daddy DURAGDADDY88. And that's what it is.
Nice. So it's been nice. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks for having us.
Yes,
man.
look for this interview
For
real
sure,
soon.
for sure.
We're also aired on Roku. Shout out to iHeartRadio. Y'all
Shout out
know
to
what it
iHeartRadio.
is.
For sure.
Shout out to